Kristen.
And this is
Shit Talkin Sisters. So this is our first episode, and we just wanted to sort of give an introduction about ourselves and why we wanted to do a podcast.
Our favorite podcasts.
Yeah, so it's just, it's a podcast.
We're a podcast
today. So my name's Kristen. I'm 27. I'm a stay-at-home mom.
You're married?
Yeah, I'm married. And I have a dog,
You
Ralphie.
do?
Yeah.
And you have how many fish?
4.
Their names?
Their names are Mono, Mina, Nemo, and Rocky, named by my 4-year-old.
And you also have a snake.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you don't
Rochi.
have a snake.
Yeah. But, so we are sisters.
We are sisters.
And we are 6 years apart.
Mm-hmm. I'm 22. I'm a college student, just on that school grind. Got a part-time job, and I go to my sister's house. I have a dog. I have 2 dogs and a cat.
Mm-hmm.
Prudence, Franny, and my cat's name doesn't really have a name. Mimi.
Lucifer.
Nah, Mimi Kuna Senpaisun.
But, yeah, so we didn't even recently, become friends.
No.
I guess it was probably...
when you moved out.
Yeah, 7 or 8 years
absence
ago.
makes the heart grow fonder.
Yeah. Being 6 years apart is hard for sisters, I think.
Yeah. Well, I feel like either, if you're only, a year apart, like Aaron and them, you're either great or you're terrible. And if you're like us, 6 years apart, you're either great or you're terrible.
Yeah.
It really depends on the sibling.
Right. So, we've been told several times that we should either have a reality show or a podcast or something.
And this was the cheapest option.
Right. Because we can talk about anything for any amount of time. We talk a lot of shit.
We do talk shit.
About a lot of shit.
Hey, talking a lot of shit about a lot of shit.
That's right.
100.
So, we figured we'd bring our shit to the internet.
Yeah, because a lot of people, it's good for them to just listen to some bullshit in the background while they just, they're driving or they're trying to go to sleep or, you're trying to drown out some shit you got going on.
Definitely. So, we were inspired mainly probably by the Jenna and Julian podcast.
Rest in peace.
Because we're huge Jenna Marbles, huge, Julian Solomita fans.
Yeah.
So, we found a lot of comfort in their podcast, for sleeping, for just whatever.
Just drowning out your inner demons.
Just that conversation.
And now that they're not here, someone's got to do it.
Who does the torch,
get passed to? I do fill the void with, H3H3, Frenemies podcast, Simply Podological, and you watch more, the sleep stuff.
I mainly do podcasts for sleeping, when you need to, slow your mind down a little bit, but you can't be too engaged in the conversation. Just a mind-numbing, bedtime story or something.
See, I can't, though. I pay attention too much for all that.
Yeah.
I need something interesting enough, but not, too much.
Well, no,
I'll
that's
watch,
kinda,
reruns. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's kind of what the sleep podcasts are like. It's just stories. One I'm listening to right now, I think it's called Snoozecast. Mm-hmm. They just read different chapters from different books. And, right now, last night I listened to the Peter Pan one. So it was, chapter 4 of Peter Pan. So it's you're taking in something.
Hold on, you just start on chapter 4
No. I've listened to the other chapters.
I can't vibe with that.
It's not back-to-back chapters. They loop in different stories. So, I also listen to Little Women and, I don't know, some, other made-up bedtime stories. But, so...
No, yeah, mine's purely for anxiety.
Yeah. Sometimes...
It do be like that.
It do be like that, though.
It do be like that sometimes.
Yeah. So, we actually filmed this first episode once already. Recorded the whole setup at my house where my 4-year-old daughter is, and...
She's a thespian at heart. Yeah. She is made for the stage.
Right.
Okay? Proud of her. Love her. It was too much for her to...
resist.
She just could not. And, it's hard to watch someone struggle.
Yeah.
It's It's like a starving person watching you eat like a piece of turkey or something.
She's like always center of attention, spotlight on her, takes the stage, middle of the room, dim the lights. I got a show to put on. Everybody listen.
You're a lucky audience. Where are y'all from?
Yeah, so it was a struggle for her, which, you know, parent stuff went into a huge meltdown, timeout. Just, it was a little bit stressful. But we gave her plenty of time to play and listen to herself record. So it wasn't like, you know, she was deprived of that or anything.
You ain't got to justify. Yeah. The kids got plenty.
But, so we moved here to Hannah's house.
We did. We had to put the dogs out.
So you might see them behind us for those of you who are watching.
Hear them. I don't know if the cat's going to join us or not. She's pretty
hateful.
She's fine. She just doesn't like Kristen.
I never did anything to the cat. Personally.
Not to her. That's not how she sees it.
Well, anyways, so...
And as you can probably tell, this is going to have no rhyme or reason. It's a conversation podcast. We're not some, like, spill the tea.
Or, like, specifically crime.
Or anything like that.
True crime or whatever.
We might talk about Hannibal Lecter one day. We might talk about hard-boiled eggs.
We might talk about Dawson's Creek.
We might.
Because recently we have been delving back into Dawson's Creek, so that's a...
Yeah, we have like our own interests, and then we have a shared interest.
Yeah.
And then we also have stuff that we both, for whatever reason, care about, but we don't like it, like YouTube drama.
Right.
We have to know what's going on, even though we don't know those people.
Don't give a single shit about the makeup, about the whatever they're filming their videos about. I mean, all I watch on YouTube is Sims.
I like how, too,
speed builds.
We're talking about, like, drama. We're like, we don't care about makeup. It's only the YouTubers. It's only them.
Well, yeah, they're the only ones who have drama, really, if you think about it. Mostly.
Well, James Charles. I mean...
Makeup.
Okay, well, yeah, that's what I was going to say, because he's got unrelated makeup. Well, Shane Dawson is always in drama, but he is a self-made YouTuber.
Yeah.
Recently.
So, you know, it could be about anything.
There's literally
a wide array of what could be talked about.
Yes.
So
don't expect anything.
Right.
It might have a title.
Come in with no expectations.
No. And you know, we're not here to teach you anything. We're not here to do anything but just to talk.
Yeah. So if you sometimes need somebody else's conversations to drown out your own thoughts, or you just want to put something on in the background,
or if
maybe this is for you.
You're like our cousin
or our mom, who's very excited about this.
Hashtag support.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag family is life. Hashtag blessed.
But I think this, for me, it's going to be a good way to get out of the house and do something like adult time.
Yes.
Because that doesn't happen for me a lot.
And I've been planning on doing this for a while now. Yeah. I was like, screw it.
Yeah.
Who fucking needs someone else to talk to? I'm just going to do it by myself. I'm going to call it
my damn
Yeah, I'm going to call it like Hannah Hour.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit, bitch. Yeah, and I was like, everyone is going to have to put up with me.
Yeah.
And then Kristen, this past, like, month was like, hey, man, we just need to do it.
Well, let me tell you when it hit me, right? Okay. We had talked about it. And I'm laying in bed, once again, 4 o'clock in the morning, can't fall asleep. I've watched my TikToks. I've watched my Sims speed builds. But I'm not quite ready, to start my sleep podcast yet.
You've not graduated to that point of routine.
Yeah, I have a process. So I'm just sitting there thinking, and I'm like, damn, that would be cool if we had a podcast or whatever, because we always be talking shit. I'm like, oh, shit. We sisters who talk shit, Shit Talkin Sisters. So I sent Hannah a text at 4 o'clock in the morning. I've got a name for the podcast. Shit Talkin Sisters with the little sparkle emojis.
Honestly, an underrated emoji.
I think it adds like a little bit of pizzazz.
A little bit of spice.
So that's where the name came from.
Because again, we're not really talking about anything in particular.
Yeah.
It could be astrology.
Yeah.
It could be whatever the fuck Margot's doing. in dance class. It could be anything.
Yeah. So, I guess we could, I don't know, share a little bit more about ourselves.
I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, it's just going to be like our family and like Facebook friends.
Damn, you never know. You never know.
We did get TikTok.
We did go viral on TikTok.
Yeah, we went viral on TikTok.
One video, but.
Link in the description.
It was what, 2 years ago?
Yeah, it was 2
Almost
years
2 years ago.
It was because it was around Halloween.
It's Halloween, yeah.
I texted Kristen and I was like, "It's fall break. I want to celebrate." I was like, "I want to put a pumpkin on my head. I'm a lover of The Office. I've always been jealous that he could put a pumpkin on his head." So I was like, "I'm gonna do it." And that's another thing. Jenna Marbles has inspired me to, if I feel like doing something,
me time, bitch.
just fucking do it. Yeah. Just do it. So I was like, "Hey, you gonna help me put this pumpkin on my head?"
This is like, hell yeah, bitch.
Yeah.
So I was like, we should do it. I'm always saying, oh, this would make a good TikTok. So I'm like, all right, let's do a TikTok. So I set it up. We filmed the process, carving the pumpkin, putting it on her head. Then we put like some little spooky music behind it.
And then I just like ran around. That shit was heavy as hell.
Yeah, and had bruises on the top of her
my
shoulders.
My clavicles got bruised.
Yeah. So we put it on TikTok, and literally within 2 hours.
Well, what did it end up to? Like 2.6 million views, and we had like 300 something.
Way more than that, I think.
Well, we had a whole bunch of I don't know. It was wild. And it really lets you know it's the little things.
Right.
Because of course, I didn't even think to film it. I just wanted to do it just to do it.
I'm like, shit, this is opportunity. We gotta seize.
What's really funny about it is that Kristen's in the video a millisecond, helping me put the pumpkin on my head, and the rest of the video is
filming it and editing the TikTok.
Anyways, she posted it on her account and got all the clout.
I tagged you in the description, in the comment.
Nothing. They don't care.
I gained like 4,000 followers,
and I have like 22 to this day.
But hey, if
I don't care.
If it's any solace,
Soulless.
Nobody interacts with my more recent TikToks.
Well, because it's just like you, and then like you film Ralphie. And then, like, it's like Margot saying something that no one else understands.
I mean, they're not, I don't put effort in them. It's just like doing the little trends or whatever.
Yeah, so we just like accidentally went viral that one time.
Pretty much.
So we know a little something about blowing up.
What was us? Where did the conversation start?
I don't know. Oh, explain more about ourselves. Oh, I said that people aren't going to care.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so astrological signs. I'm a Cancer.
I'm a Capricorn.
Which... Oh, it's so
We're
hard.
sister signs.
But it can be so hard. I'm surrounded by Capricorns. My husband's a Capricorn. My child is a Capricorn. My sister is a Capricorn. And these people are with me 24/7. And for a Cancer, that's so draining.
Then leave.
You come to my house.
It don't bother me.
Also,
it bothers you.
I can't. I mean, it's, there are times where it works out.
Yeah, I think Capricorns just kind of think about shit differently. We're more head over heart than heart over head like some people.
But the stubbornness, oh my God.
Your child, it's like she was forged from thine own image.
Yeah, she's exactly the way that Hannah was when she was little.
She looks like you, acts like me.
Yeah, which I guess is karmically
You're welcome.
Some payback for me. I don't know. I was a good child. Ask my mama. She will tell you.
You slapped me. And you bit me. We ain't gonna get into all that, though.
But, so it can be...
Yeah, so you're a Cancer.
Yeah.
I'm a Capricorn. You want to go do your moon and your rising?
Oh, shit. My rising...
Pisces?
No, my rising is Libra. My moon is Pisces, I think.
If you're a Libra... You need to apologize.
I can never remember.
And don't support CoStar.
Well, it's got it right there on there.
Okay, well, my rising is apparently Cancer.
Ooh.
Ooh. And my moon is Aquarius.
Yes, I was right. Moon Pisces, rising Libra. All really soft signs.
To some people, this means nothing to you. we're speaking a foreign language.
Yeah.
Some people don't get into all this.
Right. We do, though. We do.
It is our personality.
But we'll probably have a whole podcast.
Yeah, Kristen
dedicated to
Kristen
astrology.
does read tarot.
I dabble.
She does
I'm
dabble.
learning.
I do force her to read my stars and shit.
Yeah. We have like family tarot nights.
You did do that one protection spell.
I did, and I believe it's still working for me. For me, I did it for me and Margot and Josh.
Didn't you do another one for somebody else, or did they do it themselves? Because I don't think
No,
that
they
shit
did it.
work at
They
all.
did it themselves.
Oh, well.
Well, you know how it goes.
Yeah, I don't do all that. I do, I don't know. I just believe in, like, energy.
Yeah.
You know.
Karmic.
That kind of shit,
yeah, like.
Being a good person.
Yeah.
Putting out good energy. Karma. Firm believer in karma.
Right.
You do bad shit, it's going to come back to you. It's not.
Tenfold.
Yeah, and, you know, if someone does wrong by you, don't worry about that shit. It is not your responsibility to, one, think about it, or two, be in charge of their karmic resolution.
Right.
If something's going to happen, it's going to happen. Don't worry about it. Just trust in the process, my guy.
So.
You can't put too much energy into that shit.
Yeah. So if that kind of tells you a little bit about how our minds work here.
Yeah, and, well, I'll tell you, too, what were we watching? I don't know. Kristen will cry over a TikTok in like 2 seconds.
Oh, instant.
Yeah, she's instantly like fucked
I'm very sensitive. Like, I choose not to watch anything too heavy. Like, I started watching Sons of Anarchy a few years ago. Damn, that show is so good. It's so good. But it was so emotionally draining for me that I couldn't finish it. I was like starting to feel the weight throughout the day. I was like, oh God, like just thinking about these people like they were real people in the real world with real problems. And I'm thinking in my head like, damn, Jax is going through it. You know what I'm saying? And it's too heavy for me. And that's why like I can't watch horror movies. I can't watch the news. Like after having a baby, like it sends me into overdrive. And then I'm sitting there all night, stressed, crying, anxious, throwing up, diarrhea, stomach hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you get real anxious and your body just goes into...
like, attack mode.
Yeah.
No. See, I'm like the opposite. Stuff, like, I like to feel that way sometimes.
Why?
Because it humbles me.
No, hell no. Nope. Let me live in this bubble where I'm out of touch.
I feel it is my responsibility sometimes.
No, I want to live. Just send me to like a utopia, right? Where nothing ever goes wrong.
Well,
everything's perfect.
See, I don't know. It's nice to think that way, but it ain't. Like I remember way back in the day, whenever that movie, My Sister's Keeper, came out.
Never watched it.
Why not?
Can't.
It's a good movie.
The whole thought of the movie, the whole premise of the movie.
It's a good movie.
It's too emotionally taxing.
It's really not though.
Well, it's like a girl gets cancer. The sister gets cancer and is dying, right?
I mean, yeah, but like...
See, fuck that. All that.
There's like a whole other premise to it. Anyways, I remember I was watching it with Mama, and Mama was like, titty baby crying, and I was like, Mama, this happens to people every day.
See, no. I'm not...
No, but I don't say that to take away from the pain and the depth of that situation. I say it to almost be like, let's really take time to think about... I don't know. I think my brain is just like, how can it be better? We gotta make it better. We have to accept the problem in order to fix the problem.
Not for me.
We can't just ignore it.
I'm gonna shut the door and pretend it never happened.
I guess I'm more of a humanitarian.
You like a realist.
I am a realist, yeah.
And I'm not like an optimist. I'm not like a pessimist. I'm not like living in this state of disbelief. Like I know what's going on in the world, but I would rather maybe not, because
I will say though, and when you're able to do that, because we have the privilege to be able to turn it off sometimes, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We're able to be like, oh, shit, I can't even think about that right now. That's too much.
For sure.
And that's what I'm saying. And I'm like, I feel like I need to delve into it.
Right. And I think it's before I got pregnant, before I had a baby, shit didn't faze me so hard. Like, I didn't take everything to heart. I could literally let anything. I was not an anxious person, not even a little bit.
No.
You know, other than normal everyday shit, right?
Like, does he like me?
You know,
Is this
or
shirt cute?
damn, I don't want to make this phone call. I'm nervous about this or whatever. But like getting pregnant and having a baby, like I think your whole world shifts and everything becomes like thinking about
That happening to your child.
Yeah.
You see someone on the news who got into a car accident, you're like,
Damn,
that's my fucking
could have
kid.
been me, yeah.
Yeah, shoot, yeah.
And so, you know, instinctually, like, I want to shelter her from the world, but at the same time, I don't.
See, now I can't speak on this the same way because I have not conceived and delivered a child.
Yeah.
You know, but I think in this moment in time, I think I would go mama bear. I think I'd be one of those bitches that are like, I need to make the world better for my babies. I mean, to my extent. That's not to say that I'm some like huge activist that like does stuff like, nah, I go to work, I go to school, I go to my sister's house. That's about it. But, you know, I think I would want to draw attention to it.
I hear child voices around.
It's probably the neighbors.
No, but you know, I just hate to think that there are places in the world and there are people in the world who are suffering. And I know that it takes change to fix those things, but it's so scary to me that it's like becomes overwhelming.
Oh, well, yeah.
And I just want to hide in my house.
Not everyone's Martin Luther King Jr.
And ignore the shit that's going on.
Or Mother Teresa.
Right.
Is it Teresa or Teresa?
I mean, I've always heard Teresa.
I've always heard Teresa.
Who says Teresa?
I don't know. There's this woman where I work, and her name is Teresa.
Is it spelled like Teresa?
No, it's got an H. Teresa.
I think that's just a choice of pronunciation. I don't know.
Well, it's whatever.
I guess it would depend.
Not everybody can walk out of I mean, you can change the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't be discouraged. But, like, you know, not everybody gotta.
Yeah.
You should.
I don't know.
You don't always have to.
It's, I don't know. When you think about being a mom, you're solely responsible for this little life, right? And what, you know, they come in contact with and what they hear and what they're soaking up. And it just can be scary to think that one day you're going to have to send them out into the world where you can no longer have a hand on things like that. And so I think that's why, I don't know, I get anxious, I freak out, and I shut it all down.
No, I think what you get anxious about, I don't think it's so much like how you raise your child. I think it's the fact that you can't control the people around your child.
Oh,
and it's
absolutely.
not to say that being like, you can't cuss around my baby or whatever.
Oh,
nothing like that. It's more so like, I can't make this person not shoot up this school. I can't make this person not bomb a different country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm saying you can't control. Yeah, and I think that's why you have the tendency or the want to kind of shelter her.
Yeah.
Not in the traditional sense of shelter.
Right.
You know, from like, you know, like Grand Theft Auto and shit like that.
Yeah. But wow, we really went on a fork here, a tangent.
I mean, and that's what it's about.
Right.
That's what it's about.
But it's a scary world out there when you really think about it. And boy, do I have a story about some shit like that. I got a flasher story that's
She does. I don't think I have any scary stories. I mean, every now and then someone like offers you cocaine or something.
Well,
that's about as much as I got.
Yeah.
And then there was that one time we were in that movie theater and we thought for sure we were gonna die.
Yeah, that was pretty scary. But I think we could probably do a whole 30 minutes on just that stuff. So I think the best, like, you can't live your life in fear.
No, and see,
but as a woman too.
No.
You have to.
You can be cautious, but still live.
Yeah.
And I think something too is you think about how scary humans are, and even though what's funny is that you are more like happy, bright than I am, but I think about like how amazing humans are because like look at where like, you know, people got put in lockdown like in Italy and shit. And they were all out on like their balconies, like singing and shit. You know, and that's like one of those moments where you're like, humanity.
Right.
Look at us conquer. Look at us thrive, my guy. You know, we can fucking make anything out of actual crap.
No, and I mean, I think humans are amazing
I think
too, but
there's a certain point where you have to accept some people are just shitty. And those people do not define us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can't let this person doing this really horrible thing control our life and define who we are as a person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think you get stuck in the lows. You know?
For sure.
And see, that's another thing. I delve into them because I know I can get out.
No,
you know
see,
I listen to 911 calls.
I absolutely not.
But it what do you call that? Like it desensitizes me to it.
But is that a good thing?
No, it doesn't mean it's not shocking to me. It means that I can cope with the fact that there are bad people out there and that bad things happen sometimes.
I mean,
that's how I do it.
Yeah.
Like I said, that stuff's interesting to me. Do I think it's funny? Do I think it's cool that people will like just straight up murder their whole family out of nowhere one day? No. I think that shit's awful.
Oh, of course.
And I just don't react to it the same way that you do.
Yeah. I mean, I think because I always go to a place of like, it could be me, it could be my family, it could be where I'm at, it could be, you know, those type of things. So, I mean, I can tell you, like, thinking about back to, like, 9/11 time, right? You were really little, but I was, like,
I was, like, 1 or 2.
Let's see, what was 2001?
I was born in 99.
So I was 8, I think.
And I was 2.
I can remember that day feeling like, oh, this is it for the world, right? I mean, of course, I'm 8, so, like, maybe I've always been this way, feeling like, you know what, this is...
like, everything's ending always.
Yeah, everything's always so
You're just, like, waiting for, like, this, like, your own thought-up, like, rapture.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, shit. We had a good run, guys.
Yeah. But then, like, as I got older and things would happen, like, crazy shit always happens in the world, like, I just, like, oh, dang, that's, you know, sad, that's scary, but... I'm okay here. And then I had a baby and I thought everything's bad's going to happen to me. The whole world is going to crumble around me.
Well, you know what? And maybe it has something to do with our age difference.
Yeah.
Cuz I was 2 years old when that happened.
Yeah.
And I mean that was one of the biggest like things to happen to America.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't live in the north. We live in Tennessee. And ain't nothing really happened to us, nothing crazy like that or anything. But, you know, I was born with the context that, like...
bad shit's happening all around.
Yeah, and, like, it could happen again. It could happen to you. You know, you kind of had a little bit of, like, freedom,
peace,
everything's great, love, you know? And before that happened, but, I don't know.
I guess it's just a matter of...
It's just a matter of how you...
I mean, bad shit has always happened all over the world, always.
Absolutely. And see, that's the thing. I feel like I've accepted that.
See, for me, I almost feel like ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, but again, you got the privilege not to worry about shit.
No, absolutely. I think because of what it does to me mentally and physically.
Oh, no.
To like
I said, you are not the one that needs to sacrifice yourself for whatever. The cause of... ending terrorism or ending, you know, violence with other countries. Like, you know, that burden does not solely fall on your shoulders.
You know, like those fucking dog commercials?
Oh, is it APCN? Copyright strike?
Oh, those commercials.
Yes.
Nope. Never could.
Turn
it off.
I don't enjoy them.
Yeah, I can't even watch it muted. Turn it off.
You know what, though? If you give me, like, a good enough, like, ultimatum, like, you could Clockwork Orange me to that.
Yeah.
I think I would be okay.
No. Those army TikToks where the dogs or the babies see their dads come home from the army or their moms come home from the army.
Those never do it
every
for me.
time.
You know what does it for me more?
What?
The dogs.
When the dog sees the human?
Or, no, you know what's awful? God. When the person dies and they bring the dog to the grave and the dog's like rolling its little body around.
Don't even talk about it. I'll cry right now.
I know you will.
I can't. I'm just too sensitive for this world. Put me back in my bubble.
Okay. And that's okay. Like I said, we ain't all got to be Michelle Obama, Martin Luther King. We ain't all got to be in the spotlight, be doing shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, sometimes the world be a little wild.
They do be wildin' out there.
They do be crazy.
What gets wild in the streets?
Streets.
In the streets.
In the streets. You know.
So.
But, you know, and so this is just kind of a glimpse into some of the shit.
And the way that the conversations can roll. Yeah. You can start out. We just wanted to come on here and just introduce ourselves and then, like, say, like, why we like podcasts and why we're starting a podcast.
And we talked about terrorism.
Essentially.
And APCA? What are those dog commercial
things? ASPCA?
Yeah, ASPCA.
Yeah.
And we talked about that, which, honestly, was not that far off.
Yeah, I
guess.
From
introductions.
So. Yeah, because, I mean, I guess now you see a little bit about, you know, how we look at the world. And the difference. Like I said, we're very similar, but we are so different in so many ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess we can wrap it up. We're at like 32 minutes. So.
All right.
Join us for episode 2.
We don't know when it'll be.
Or what it's going to be about.
It might not even be in the same spot.
Who knows? Could be different every time.
Yes. We like to keep you on your toes.
Oh, shit, on your toes.
Yeah, but, you know, you never know. She's got a kid with responsibilities and, like, a husband to feed. And he's picky. So that could be a challenge. And then, like, sometimes I'm like, oh, shit, I got to go to school and do this.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, my boss will be like, I need you to call so-and-so. I'm like, it's Sunday.
What can you do?
I don't work on Sunday.
So there might not be any rhyme or reason to anything we do, but we'll try to get these out.
Life gets in the way, and you should understand that as much as anybody. Bitch. So,
yeah, I mean, I guess thanks for tuning in if you're watching or if you're listening.
You're welcome.
Check us out on YouTube, Shit Talkin Sisters. We will upload this podcast in video form there. And we're potentially looking to get it out in audio form somewhere.
We will research.
Yeah.
And also link in the description for our products.
That's like a typical podcast thing you got to do. Yeah. The equipment we're using will be linked in the description.
Check out the link down below. Smash that like button.
Hit the subscribe.
And turn on that notification bell.
If you want to get notified every time we
Smash
upload.
Smash that unsubscribe button.
But, so I guess thanks for joining us.
Yeah, all right. How do we want to say bye?
We just be like...
Or we could do, like, in Alaska, bye.
I mean, that's typically how we end all phone calls. Our whole family ends all phone calls.
Or we just hang up.
We just do it in these, bye.
Bye.
So, I mean, we could...
Yeah, okay.
We'll go with that. All right, so...
Okay.
Bye.